YouTube. Sorry, I'm planning to refilm my video because I just believe that I wasn't able to kind of speak for anything. I kept hesitating before proceeding my sentence. I seem to be forgetful a little bit, but there's always one reason. I might have consumed something that I shouldn't have consumed. Don't know, but yeah, there is a possibility. And yeah, I'm currently by the park. I'm actually eating some peach and cream corn. It's not creamy. It's just corn preserved in syrup, in peach and cream syrup, which keep that sweetness in the corn. And I'm eating wild caught pink salmon with the corn, with 2 shots of mayonnaise. And so to give it, a bit more flavor, because just the salmon by itself, I mean, yeah, it would be good, but with the hit of some cream or mayonnaise, it would be a lot better. So yeah, and I'm eating a sandwich with salmon, and I have myself a Red Bull. Yeah. Today was a nice day. It wasn't raining. It wasn't too cold during the morning. And last night, it wasn't too cold as well. Yeah. Things are moving so slow. When it comes down to me waiting for a particular date. So that said, I'm waiting for my paycheck this Thursday. I have an appointment for my school registration, my online school registration, and is today Wednesday? Yeah, okay. So that would be, yeah, and so my appointment, my online appointment would be this Thursday as well. So everything I have to get done is this Thursday, and it's in the next 2 days. And so I did apply at a few areas for housekeeping, service worker by the hospital or hotels, and I even applied at McDonald's. Right? When you're trying to look for something quick and easy and, try to get some kind of money in your pocket, you have to apply at wherever. So I applied at McDonald's. The idea of them hiring me, I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, I am a good worker. I am skilled at working at McDonald's. But it's really like who you're working with, right? Because some managers and some coworkers, I don't know, just whomever you're working with, some of them they'll come across as aggressive, some of them they'll come across as friendly, and some of them you're not too sure. Like they come across as like undercover. Like they are friendly, but there's at times where you turn your back and you come back at work and boom, there's something that was said about you that you thought was okay, but it turns out that it wasn't. So yeah, it really depends like who you're working with. That kind of ease down the whole pressure and whatever. But I like it better when so I like it better when things aren't too like tensed for me. I can work under pressure, but if you're like yelling and screaming and say go faster, knowing for a fact that I can't go that fast, right? Like my body isn't a machine. Like that's like I have a limited speed, okay? So like yeah, that was kind of like one of the things that are one of the flaws that kind of triggered one of my managers. So she kept telling me in the morning to go faster, to go faster. I'm like, damn, like how fast do you want me to go? Because it seemed like the speed that I was going at was the same speed like others were going at as well, and things were going just fine. But like whenever we have like 30 minutes left of our shift, and within that 30 minutes we're working with her, like she's always like trying to find the most littlest thing to complain about. But hey, I'm not trying to put no one on the spot. There's all kinds of stories with different type of managers, but I'm just mostly speaking about the most recent ones. My relationship with the other managers, I'd say that I've came across a lot that they were pretty strict, but some of them like they make it make sense. You know what I mean? Like you're really on top of what they're doing. Like they say do this and you do it right there and then. But some of them, okay, I don't know why we can't necessarily cope, but like it's like they will tell you to do one thing and then they'll tell you to do the next. I'm like, whoa, I'm not like two person in one. So like kind of slow down and tell me to stay in this area and tell the next person to deal with that thing. Because if you're telling me to do so many things at once and I'm working at drive-through, right, there's an issue there. What else? Yeah, hopefully I get the position at McDonald's. It would be better than nothing, to be honest, and yeah, it would be better than nothing. They were looking for part-time overnights and working as drive-through or in drive-through, so that's something I can deal with. Working at McDonald's, I started off working during the day, evening shifts, like right after school, and then from time I started working nights at McDonald's, and that was way back in 2018. I started working nights. It wasn't that bad. I got paid like $2 extra per hour, but now for some reason they might have adjusted. They're saying that whoever works nights, they get paid only $1. I'm not too sure if it's $1 or I think they might have said it's 25 cents, but it should have been $1, because I've spoken with my sister and she said that she's getting paid, I think she said $1 or $2, I don't know. But when I was working at the McDonald's that she used to work at, or she's currently working at, I got paid $2 extra. And so that's when, things made sense between me and my partner. But like nowadays, it's like whenever I have the right answer based on my experience, like people tend to say the opposite, or they tend to say something else just to prevent me from having that kind of opportunity. Yeah, so that's what it is. I tried to take my time, but it's not working. I'ma go and get mine. Money after money's on my mind. Someone should have warned you this ain't fun, it's nightmares running through my mind. Someone should have warned you I am not that type. It's me, myself, and I until the day I die. Yeah, and about my hair, yesterday I went by the cell center in order to wash my hair, wash my clothes, take a shower. And so it took me exactly 40 minutes to wash my hair. Just wash my hair. Like I haven't fully taken a shower and I had to come out of the shower to give access to someone else. That's crazy. But for some reason, the roots of my hair was very nappy, very nappy and hard to comb. But like from the middle to the ends of my hair, was so easy to comb through, but the roots, like where my scalp is, for those who don't know, it was very nappy. And I'm like, holy shit, I have to go, I have to do, what do you call it, round two. So today I went back to the Bissell Center to take a shower and to wash my hair, because I said I have to give myself a second, a second round of washing my hair and to comb through all the nappiness that's in my roots, right? And so, yeah, some of you might watch this and say, oh, so you don't wash your hair every day? Yeah, with the kind of hair I have, no, I don't wash my hair every day. I wash my hair a few days a week. But now that I'm a vagrant, sometimes it takes me up to like a week or so to wash my hair. But when I was going by the gym, I was basically washing my hair nearly every day. But yeah, normally I wash my hair like four days a week. But yeah, the reason why is because my hair is always cut up into a bun, like I don't touch it too much, and it's just to lock in the moisture inside my hair. But people have their own reasons why they basically wash their hair every day or not. Everyone has, slightly have different texture of hair. Yeah, but so I basically have to, or I'm looking forward to make a video based on my hair and on how each time I would fall unconscious in public, like someone would literally rip out my hair in the back of my head. Like, that's fucking crazy. And I'm in an area code where I'm not supposed to be known. Like, I'm supposed to be invisible, you know what I mean? 2020, that's gang, that's fame. 2020, don't trust you in hell. 2020, that do not that regular. 2020, you gotta be savage. 2020, I got my Red Bull. 2020, you gotta be bad. 2020, gon' feed you some drugs. You come up and you go and straight back to hell. Kill 'em with the sauce, kill 'em with the sauce. I tried to take my time. Excuse me. It's not working, I'ma go and get mine. Money I met, money's on my mind. So many say that Red Bull isn't good for you, which is true. But I believe that the reason why it's not good for you to consume a lot, because it's like one of the best energy drink that you can drink, that you can consume. Like, if you drink too much, obviously your body can't cope with that much fluids from the energy drink, or whatever not mineral, but whatever they put inside there. Or what do you call it? What's the word? What is the word? Preservatives? Preservatives, that's what we call it? Preservatives? The amount of preservatives that they put in the drink, I don't know. But yeah, I always tell myself that having maximum 3 cans of Red Bull per day should be enough. 3 cans. But if you kind of overdose, I saw this clip once that a female, she was by the club and she overdosed on Red Bull, and her stomach started to swell. It started to become like, it wasn't bloated, it was swollen, and it looked as if it was about to explode. I told myself, oh my God, 3 cans of Red Bull is enough. 3 cans of Red Bull is enough.
I tried to take my time, but it's not working. I'ma go and get mine. Money I for met, money's on my mind. Someone should have warned you this ain't fun.
But guys, I'm so disappointed. I really loved working at that hotel for the past, for a good 5 days. Oh my gosh, the design of the hotel was so beautiful. The manager, she's so sweet. But I don't know, maybe like I don't know, she stayed very professional, and she stayed put to the truth of the job's duty, you know what I mean? But like that's how like she just have that kind of personality where she's a genuine individual, and I don't know, she just came out as sweet, very sweet. And so the way how she was very genuine with the hiring. But let me tell you, within those 5 days, like the designs was like top notch. But I'm so disappointed that I have to leave. Like, I'm so disappointed because things were going out very fine, and like working at minimum wage, right? She said that you're gonna start off at minimum wage, and after you finish your probation, so the probation period is the same wherever you go or wherever you get hired. So the probation period is 3 months. So she said that you're going to get paid minimum wage for 3 months, and after the 3 months your wage will increase. And she said she didn't precisely give me the actual wage that was going to be given, but she said that it's a pretty good deal, like a pretty good increase after 3 months. So I said, ooh, okay. And I told myself, like, this is such a nice area, and there's a lot of people. Well, obviously it's a hotel, but there's, people where you're not afraid to approach. Like, it's those kind of people where, okay, they're actually on vacation or they're tourists and stuff like that, but they're not like junkies. It doesn't smell like cigarette. It's like everyone is there minding their own business, and they're following the rules of, taking care of the hotel. Yes, some rooms are messier than other rooms, but it is what it is, really. But I am so disappointed because the experience is always nice to actually work in an environment where things look so nice, like it reflects back on you. And plus you get tips, you get good tips. And the people that surrounded me, like the coworkers, the majority are Ukrainian. And so I was trained by a Ukrainian, and things were going very nice, and things were going very nicely. At first, like, we were mostly focused on just the work and so on, like work, train. But from time we gradually started kind of building that kind of relationship where, like, oh, where are you from? Oh, how old are you? Like, do you have like a boyfriend, or are you single? And stuff like that, just like casual talk. And yeah, I was so disappointed. And that's one of the reasons why I started collecting cans. Because this Ukrainian girl, I can't remember what's her name. What is her name again? Okay, yeah, I remember her name, but I'm not gonna say her name. She was collecting cans, and I told myself, like, girl, like, what are you gonna do with all of that cans? Like, you're just gonna get $1 off of that. But let me tell you, this girl, she's very, like, not determined. What is the word I can give her? She's very sure of herself, and she doesn't, strict isn't the word, dedication isn't the word, but I don't know, she has this kind of approach where she's very serious and she knows what she's doing. Like, just little things where people would kind of question her and say that, what is this girl actually doing? Until you start doing what she's doing, and you're like, okay, now I see. Because I've been getting like little tips here and there. Whenever I work with her, I'm very generous. I tell myself, okay, so if we're working with each other, let's split it in half, right? We're working with each other in the same room. There's a tip of what, $5? Split it in half, $2.50 each, right? But she was collecting cans. Like, she got like a full bag of garbage bags of cans, of bottles and stuff like that. And then I told her that, oh, yeah, no problem. Like, I knew the whole purpose of collecting cans and so on, to get a refund and whatever. But I never knew there was an actual bottle deposit where they collect different types of bottles, including water bottles, not just cans. So I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, they can collect all of these kind of bottles? She's like, yeah, just go to bottle deposit. I went to the bottle deposit on the same day where I got my tip at the hotel. Nearly $5 tip, $5 refund. I told myself, oh my gosh, little amounts just like that is so satisfying. Like, at least you have something in your pocket in return. I was so happy. I'm like, hold up, I know. I told myself, hold up, I know I did tell this Ukrainian girl or Ukrainian trainee that I was gonna collect these bottles for her. But until the day that I went to the bottle deposit, I said, never mind. Never mind. I'll start collecting the bottles myself and go to the bottle deposit and get my refund. Because your girl is a vagrant and she would need that extra dollar. Having at least $2 to $5 it's a lot for a vagrant. It is a lot. So yeah, and so the day when I started collecting cans, I was just going to like random places. I was even going into the trash can, but listen, I was wearing protective gloves, right? So I was literally going to like every places. I'm like, this is like literally a trick or treat. A trick or treat for my age, picking up cans from left, right, and center. And so yeah, and then the next day, the same night, I stopped by a different hotel just to use their bathroom. I said, hey, is it possible that I can use your bathroom and so on? I'm even trying to apply there to work. And let me tell you, I don't know what the hell was in the bathroom, but the bathroom was so neat, so nice, so vibrant. I went to the last bathroom all the way in the back, and for some reason, I passed out. I passed out there, and then I'm like, how in the hell did I pass out? For a second, I said, oh, it's late at night, blah, 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 I'm tired. But I didn't feel tired when I walked in. Like, I walked in there for a purpose, and I was ready to just use the bathroom, maybe try to charge my phone and then walk out, but I passed out. And then next thing you know, I don't know, but there was I was like drooling and whatever. I woke up, I had my mask on my face. I noticed that I woke up, and I immediately took like the toilet paper and I started patting my lips. I'm like, oh, what the hell? Like, I kept drooling. I'm like, Jesus Christ. And then yeah, I was like, what the fuck? And then I heard like a security. I'm sure she might have been like a female security, not a receptionist. And then I heard a male security, right? So they might have been like working together under the same company or whatever. I don't know if it was Securitas. I don't know if it was Paladin Security. Definitely not Garda World. Garda World, I believe, is not as popular compared to Quebec. But yo, I just nearly like passed out. And then when I woke up, I started, I just standed in front of the hotel for a bit and tried to figure out like, how in the hell did I just passed out for a good like nearly 3 hours? I'm like, oh my gosh. And I started collecting cans and I went about my day. Around 7 a.m., which was an hour and 15 minutes from the time that I went away from that hotel. And on that day was the day of my day off, right? I got a message from my housekeeping manager from the hotel that I was working at. No, I did not sleep by the hotel I was working at, but like she just immediately said, I even showed it in my previous clip, like the one before this one, and she said, yeah, Shanteyy, you're terminated. Like, you're not that good of a worker, you're terminated. And it was just very off and unexpected and random, because I'm sure maybe many of you might like listen to me right now and say that, oh, something usual, something normal, that someone would just receive a call and say, hey, you're terminated, you're not so good. But why on the day of my day off? Why wait 5 days of my work experience on training and wait on the day of my day off in the morning, right when she walks in in her workplace or in her office, just to say, Shanteyy, you're terminated? Girl, I was vexed. I was shocked. There wasn't any name or whatsoever. She just sent it to my email. There wasn't any like hotel signature or whatever. So I sent her a message and I said that, though, is everything okay? Are you sure that it is me that you're talking to and it is me that you're trying to terminate? And she said, yes, do not apply. Like, she said it in a way, she's like, do not apply in this disagreement. Okay, like, don't try to escalate this disagreement, but it is what it is. You're not that great of a worker. You're terminated. You're out of here. Come pick up your stuff and leave. And I said, wow, because I was starting to get so close with these Ukrainian girls and with these supervisors, because we were exchanging numbers and so on. But I don't know, like there's certain things that she said made me believe that someone had lied to her and said that, oh yeah, Shanteyy was on the phone. Like, okay, for those who don't know, on my YouTube channel is written Shanteyy. It's actually a nickname that was given from my high school friends, Shanteyy, but my actual name is Shanteyy. And so, yeah, so basically, as I was saying, like someone might have told the manager and say, oh yeah, Shanteyy, she was basically on the phone from time to time, speaking to whomever, knowing that she's not supposed to. And I'm like, what? Like, if I would show you the text messages, like, I was literally just talking to the supervisors, because the supervisors were also inspectors of the rooms. And What else? Yeah, so the supervisors were inspectors of the room. The other employees, which were the Ukrainian girls, I refused to give my number to them. I even told the supervisors, I said, hey, I would rather keep my numbers to only the supervisors and the manager, because, I'm just starting off, right? And normally, like at other hotels or very high quality hotels, they have walkie talkies to kind of interact with their staff, their coworkers, and so on. So like having walkie talkies is like the number one priority that I would agree with. But like exchanging numbers from left, right, and center, like there's certain people I don't fully trust as yet, especially if I'm just starting off. And you see what had happened. I got fired like immediately on the spot, and I shared my number with only the supervisors. And yeah, so that kind of pissed me off, just realizing or concluding that someone might have said something that wasn't true on my name. And yeah, because I know this area, or as most people say, oh, it's a small world, meaning that a lot of people have mutual friends and so on. So if I were to go elsewhere, there's a chance that the person that I've met before might have known this person and blah blah blah. So the fact that I don't know, the fact that I passed out by a hotel, at a different hotel, and even the fact that I was going from one trash can to the other trash can, collecting bottles and cans and glass bottles and stuff like that in order to get a refund, right? Yeah, I only did it at night because I was kind of like I was very shy and insecure, because I don't want like people to recognize me and say, oh, okay, so she's actually homeless, blah 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 blah. So I did it at night, and I'm black, so people can't really tell like who it is. So like, yeah, so I started like going from trash can to trash can in order to collect bottles and stuff like that in order to get a refund. And I was so vexed. Like around, I think it was like around 11 a.m. when I noticed that she sent me a message around 7:15 in the morning regarding my termination. So yeah, I was so vexed because like the hiring, like the manager, she was so genuine, very genuine, and I literally believed every word she said, and there wasn't no doubt that like whatever she said was false, and whatever she said she would basically go against. You know what I mean? It's like I literally believed every word she said, and I had hope to actually do good by the hotel and to at least pass that probation and to get a good raise. And passing that probation is like by next year, like January, you know what I mean? And that's like a good high quality hotel. It might not have been as good as some of the hotels that I've trained at in the past, but it was good enough where like they'll take good care of you. Like they had good dental benefits, good vision benefits, good RRSP benefits. Like you would have been secured after your probation. And so for that to be like revoked, including the Garda world, I am so vexed. I am so pissed off. Like working at a hospital, I mean, there's no issue there as well, working at a hospital, but it's just that the vibe is kind of different from working at a very high quality hotel. You know what I mean? Because like working at a hospital, you're basically working around sick people. Yes, the pay is good. Yes, the benefit is good as well. But the quality, the whole image of working there, it just gives you a different feeling from working at a hotel, like a high quality hotel. So yeah, that's what it is.
Someone should have warned you this ain't fun, it's nightmares running through my mind. Someone should have warned you I am not that type. It's me, myself, and I until the day I die. I smile up in your face, but I do not trust anything, not even my own side. They don't want you, they want you to fall. But I'm not falling, I'm rising above them all. And now they want my soul, and now they're singing my songs. What did you think I love? Nah, I'm at the game, I strong. And now I'm smoking sauce on them all. Yeah, baby girl, we started from the bottom. Now we on top of the globe. Yeah, can you see the world? Yeah, you ain't gotta love me 'cause we got the souls to cure the world. Yeah, I don't know who they are, I am clueless. I don't know who the fuck I am choosing. You switch sides and then I keep it moving. I'm the greatest, I know they be choosing. I'm the greatest, I know I be crazy. Drinking lean and I lean moving crazy. Pour more Henny, I love it. 2020 is savage money. 2020 that's gang, that's fame. 2020 don't trust you in hell. 2020 that do not that regular. 2020 you gotta be savage. 2020 you gotta be savage. 2020 you gotta be bad. 2020 gon' feed you some drugs. You come up and you going straight back to hell.
Yeah, like I know I'm making like films as a vagrant as if, oh, life is so easy, life is so generous, yada yada yada. You get in and you get out as a vagrant. No, it actually takes time. But for some reason, in my case scenario, like, it's strangers. It's like I'm up against strangers. Like, people would like give me stares and glares. I don't know. They act as if they're under some kind of mission and they want me to remain as a vagrant. I'm like, god damn. I'm like, yo, I need to get out of here. But things are different now as a vagrant again. What did you think I love? Nah, I'm at the game, I strong. And now I'm smoking sauce on them all. Yeah, baby girl, we started from the bottom. Now we on top of the globe. Yeah, can you see the world? Yeah, you ain't gotta love me 'cause we got the souls to cure the world. Yeah, I don't know who they are, I am clueless. I don't know who the fuck I am choosing. You switch sides and then I keep it moving. I'm the greatest, I know they be choosing. I'm the greatest, I know I be crazy. Drinking lean and I lean moving crazy. More Henny, I love. It's starting to get dark. What time is it? It's actually almost 8 o'clock. 8 p.m. Normally, like from 8 p.m., I start walking all the way here to this park. This is where I eat, this is where I camp, this is where I sleep. 2020 gon' feed you some drugs. You come up and you going straight back to hell. And let me tell you, if you guys read the message, like the email message that between me and the housekeeping manager, I even told her that her approach doesn't come as a surprise, because the time when I was working at one of the hotels, most popular, most rated hotels in Ontario, Ottawa, and it was called Lord Elgin. Excuse me. The manager, the general manager, decided to terminate me. I kept getting terminated after termination after termination. I'm like, hold on 1 minute. They kept using the word termination, so I'm like, hold on, what the hell are they saying? Like, I didn't know what what the hell termination mean, but it meant that they resign you from this job, meaning that you're no longer working here, blah blah blah. Some would say that you can still come through as a guest, but as an employee you're not allowed, unless they have a legal court or a court order saying that, oh, this person isn't allowed to come back on this territory, or I think it's called a restraining order. Yeah, a restraining order. So if they were to have like a restraining order on your name, right, to not come back on the territory, that means like you're not supposed to come back on the territory. But some people, as in the general manager or even the employee, right, they kind of use their profile as a privilege and as an authority to go against you and say, I basically have the right because I work here, and if I ever see you again, it is what it is, you're not coming back. But the right way is for you to have an actual restraining order, a temporary restraining order, to make sure that you're no longer allowed on the premises for a certain amount of time. If they do see you on the premises, they have the right to actually call the police and to fine you if you ever go back there. But if it's and it's just temporary, so that being said, you're always willing to come back, you're always like welcome to come back after your restraining order, to be a regular guest and so on, you know, because I'm sure that they're not looking forward to kind of like ban you for life, right? So that's like one of the smart ways to actually do it, and that's obviously something that did happen to me. It wasn't by the Lord Elgin, it was at a different hotel, and that hotel was actually one of the hotels that I got paid the most out of all the jobs that I've ever had, and it was around $24.75 as a housekeeper by a hotel. And that hotel was also high maintenance and very well designed, and it was also by Ottawa, Ontario, blah blah blah. And guess what, I wound it up again by McDonald's at the end of every job that I had and got terminated. And the one thing, like I said, sorry, I think I fell off, but the one thing that my first general manager have said by the Lord Elgin Hotel was, I'm sorry, I have to terminate you, but it's about something that I cannot speak about. And I said, what is it? And he's like, no, I'm sorry, but you have to go. We have no choice to escort you out of this hotel, but there's something that it's really hard for me to speak about, but it influenced me to terminate you. And that's basically what happened. I think I did call back again to see like what was the actual issue. But he said that he actually fired me because there is just something that he cannot speak about. And when I was by Ontario, Ottawa, I kept getting my stuff stolen because I wasn't aware. I was just a beginner, right? So I would like kind of tent by a park and leave my tent behind with some of my belongings, and then come back and realize that, oh shit, all of my stuff are gone. So that's what I've been doing. Like, I wasn't walking around with my tent and whatever. I would just literally leave it behind and believe that I would have the chance to just come back to my tent and my tent will still be there, but it wasn't. And then from time, within the 9 months of being a Vagrant for the first time, I believe that someone was playing some kind of vicious game with me, because I told myself, listen, I'm just a homeless person in an area code where people aren't supposed to know me, but for me to be to have like stuff being stolen from left, right, and center, and I have to run up and down to get my stuff, knowing for a fact that I have to see a social worker, I have to go to court, I have to go to this, I have to do that. I was like, I was losing my shit. I was literally losing my shit. And guess what goes around comes back around. So all the stuff that was taken from me, some of the stuff I even stole. Some of the stuff I even stole to get it back, because I told myself, who the hell is after me, stealing my stuff, fiddling around my stuff and whatever, and trying to, I don't know, and they're not facing me like face to face in person. I'm like, who is this person, right? Like, do I even know them? Do I even know them, or do they even know me? Like, who is this person? And so I would literally like go to Walmart and steal the exact same brand and take it back. I said, listen, whoever's playing games with me, I'm not playing this kind of game. That's how like fed up and crazy I was. I'm like, I'm not playing this kind of game. Like, give back my shit. But yeah, that was the time when I was a vagrant for the first time. But now like things are kind of moving kind of slickly, if that's even a word. Like, people are very slick, and they kind of move in ways where, I even said it in my previous video, but they kind of move in ways where they're more likely defending, like jeopardizing my reputation to uplift someone else's. And when it comes down to the men, like, I don't know, we're living in a democratic country, right? So like, for some men to be in their own dimension and say this is a man's world, like, you're bullshitting yourself. We're in a democratic country. Like, if you were to believe that, oh, this is a man's world, why don't you set yourself up a protest station with a bunch of guys and say this is a man's world? This should be like a fascist country, not a democratic country. And how a man is supposed to do certain things in certain ways because you believe that woman is supposed to be, I don't know, like be housewives or be, I don't know. I really don't know what kind of mentality that you guys have, but to be honest, I can't necessarily give you a clear answer on that case scenario, because certain things that's happened to me, it really feels like a lonely battle. Like, if I were to see like many like other females going through the same thing as me, and you know, from these men who's trying to prove their point and say that, oh, this is a man's world, this is what we have access to first before women, and yada yada yada, maybe I would have like a better perspective or a better answer to give based on the multiple perspective I would have. But like, the things that's happening to me feels like it's only happening to me and no one else, because I'm only in my own world being disrespected by some men. And yeah, especially some of these security men too. Like, some of their approach kind of come off like very awkward and very disrespected and so on. Like, I remember I got detained by the airport when I was coming back from Los Angeles, and like one of this guy, at first my first perspective was, oh, he might be like an Indian or wherever he's from, but I'm assuming, like, just looking back now, I'm assuming that he might be half white, half black. But this guy, he was too tense, and he was too extra in his conversation, and he was too out loud too. Like, the questions that he was asking, like, he wasn't doing his research properly. He would basically say out loud in front of everyone, okay, so Shanteyy, were you ever arrested? I'm like, no. Like, the first thing I said was no. Like, why would I say that, oh, I'm arrested out loud? You know what I mean? Like, what kind of like image are you trying to give, and who the fuck are you for you to approach me that way just because you're a security officer? You know what I mean? Like, show respect the same way you want to be respected. And yeah, and so I'm like, I kept telling him, look, listen, just shut up, because your approach towards me is so embarrassing, and you're basically embarrassing yourself the way how you're trying to disrespect me, knowing for a fact that we don't know each other. and I believe that, you're just basically trying to put me on the spot for some particular reason, and you're trying to prove some kind of point and try to dumb me down. But I just believe that you just should stop there and then, and just see that your kind of character is so fucking embarrassing towards me and towards yourself. And for some reason, I don't know, like during that time I kept like stuttering. He said, "Oh, why your lips are quivering?" I'm like, first off, my lips wasn't quivering, and second off, I had a medical mask on, so no one could have seen like if my lips were quivering or not. But like I had difficulties like speaking to him because it felt as if I wanted to stutter whenever I speak. So I immediately said that, oh, maybe it's because of my anxiety and so on. Like sometime when I get too vexed, right, it's kind of hard for me to speak fluently. But I started to believe that it wasn't necessarily the case. I might have been like inhaling something or whatever, I don't know. But like the way how his approach came very suspiciously, I told myself that there is a guarantee that I might have inhaled something, because his approach and the whole detained case scenario came more as a setup than something that was something normal that's supposed to happen. But yeah, like the way how people just randomly disrespect me from left, right, and center, or like from all over the world, I really believe that there's like someone in the picture that I'm familiar of, that's trying to kind of twist the table around and make it seem that I have something to do with how they feel. I have something to do with the position that they're currently the position that they're currently at. I have to do with this, I have to do with that. But the thing is that I'm always in my own world, trying to, minding my own business. So like for things to, like, the disrespect is not making any sense. You know what I mean? Yeah, the disrespect is really not making any sense, because there's so many people that I did try to cut off, but like, I don't know, people think they're slick and they're trying to like, do stuff by force in order for me to kind of run back to situations where I've left behind. Like it's so annoying, but it's so obvious at the same time. But yeah, that's basically it. I'm just here venting whatever I want to vent. Yeah, but I can't wait to just distance myself away from all of this kind of weird madness, to be honest. Yeah, because stuff like that is so weird. Damn, normally it would take me a good 20 minutes to finish eating, and it's taking me a good hour to finish eating. Yeah, I don't know when, but when the time comes, certain people who have the most authority and privilege and their free way to trespass people's territory, they need a restricted, like a very strong, solid restraining order, like lifelong, long term. and that is for male and female. Because I believe some people, they really have their easy way through, and I really believe that's one of the case scenarios of why I'm currently in this state. It's not because of me, because what am I doing for me to be in this state? It's obviously because of someone else, right? But yeah, that's what it is, to be honest. Anyways, I'm gonna leave you guys. Right now it's what it's actually a minute before 8 p.m. Right now the place is so crowded. Well, not that crowded, but there's a lot of kids back there. I think they might just be camping. But yeah. Peace. Cheers.
So kill 'em with the sauce, kill 'em with the sauce. I-N-D-D, baby. I tried to take my time, but it's not working. I'ma go and get mine. Money I for make, money's on my mind. Someone should have warned you this ain't fun, it's nightmares running through my mind. Someone should have warned you I am not that type. It's me, myself, and I until the day I die. Might smile up in your face, but I do not trust anything, not even my own side. They don't want you, they want you to fall. But I'm not falling, I'm rising above them all. And now they want my soul, and now they singing my songs. What did you think I lost? Nah, I'm at the game, I strong. And now I'm smoking sauce on them all, yeah. Baby girl, we started from the bottom. Now we on top of the globe, yeah. Can you see the world? Yeah, yeah. You ain't got